Hi there. We're continuing our journey through the Psalms, the Tehillim, that's the praises in Hebrew, and we're in Psalm 124 in the Hebrew letter numbering system. That's Psalm Kuf, Kaf, Dalet. Kuf is 100, Kaf is 20, Dalet is 4. And this is another in the series of the 15 Shir HaMa'alot, the songs of going up, the songs of ascent, which will be sung by pilgrims on their way to three great festivals, the Shalosh Regalim in Jerusalem at the temple. So it's called Shir HaMa'alot, but it's also called Le David. It's a Davidic one, so it's ascribed to, or it's in the style of David. And it's a song that basically is a thanksgiving to God for having rescued them from enemies. And it starts off saying, Ole Adonai asher haya lanu, Yomona, Israel, except the Lord had been with us. If the Lord hadn't been with us, let Israel now say. Ole Adonai asher haya lanu, Bekum alenu Adam. If he hadn't been with us when human beings rose up against us. So they're in a place of battle, they're in a place of oppression, they're in a place of tension here. Men have risen up against them. There's been a rising up perhaps of armies in battle. But if the Lord hadn't been with them, then what do they say? Azai chayim bal'ananu. They would have swallowed us alive. This is how serious the situations were. Baharod apam banu, when their anger ignited against us. Azai hamayim shetafunu, then the waters would have overwhelmed us. They would have come over us, and we would have been swept away. Nahla avar al nafshenu, then the torrent, the floods would have overwhelmed. They would have come over our very lives, and our lives would have been lost. Azai avanu al nafshenu hamayim hazedonim, then this flowing torrent of water would have overcome our beings. And so there's these three times actually it uses this word azai, 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 then, very poetic format. If the Lord hadn't been with us, then this would have happened, then, and it's saying we would have been overwhelmed, we would have been swept away, we would not have been able to survive. And then in verse 6 it says, Baruch Adonai, Shelo natananu teref leshenehem. Blessed be the Lord who hasn't given us as prey for their teeth. So there's a blessing here of God, a recognition that it is the Lord who's rescued. It's the Lord who's taken them away from their enemies. And then there's a thanksgiving. Nafshenu ketzipor nimlata. Our souls have escaped like bird from a trap. Mipach yokshim, from the snare of the trappers, from the snare of those who've gone around catching birds. It's like we've got away, we've managed to escape like a bird out of a trap. Hapach nishbar, the trap was broken. Ve'anachnu nimlatnu, and we got away, we escaped. Repeated again, just the emphasis on the fact that they have managed to escape, that God has delivered them. And then the last verse, Ezreinu b'shem Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Our help is in the name of the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Wonderful psalm of praise, of thanksgiving for God's deliverance, of escape. We have escaped. God has set us free from the trap of sin and death through Jesus our Messiah. So this is a good psalm for us to be using in praise of God, and to say, like the psalmist at the end, Ezreinu b'shem Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Our help is in the name of the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. Have a good day.